In this video, we're going to show you how to choose the right content for your audience. When you're creating content, you want to have a target audience, but if you're starting off, you don't know what industry or what niche you want to dive into, my recommendation to you is just start creating content. Once you start creating content, you'll understand what the process is like and you'll get used to speaking in front of the camera. But start creating content that you're knowledgeable in, that you have done before. For example, if you're into fitness, you can put out content that shows how to perform a specific exercise, how to keep track of your calories, videos on how to make a perfect plan for your diet. So it's really up to you. But at the very beginning, you want to just start creating content. As you start creating content and understand the flow, it's going to be crucial to identify your target audience. Identifying your target audience is going to allow you to build a stronger brand and connect with your audience at a deeper level. If you're more of an intermediate or more advanced content creator, then you're going to want to just focus on staying within brand and your message. But also you want to start engaging with your audience if you haven't already. Engaging with your audience is going to allow you to know exactly what content your audience is looking for and what interests are they more intrigued in when they consume your content. And as you start engaging with your audience, you'll get to learn what different topics you can cover so you can broaden up your content library so you can start having a broader spectrum for your audience. So you can re-engage also with your past audience. You see a lot of influencers and big YouTubers, they often have to reinvent themselves so that they can re-engage with their past audience. And at the same time, it attracts a new audience. So now for you beginners, we want to identify what forms of content are out there and what can we start creating. So there is audio, there's video, and there's written word. So audio is going to be mainly your podcast. So if you're already listening to podcasts, I am a big fan of podcasts. I listen it to my drive to work, my drive when I commute, anywhere. A lot of people listen to podcasts. So definitely a very great way to create an audience and engage with them. Next, you have video. Video is going to be like we're doing now, direct to camera content, YouTube, vlogging, Instagram and Facebook Reels. If you're not camera shy or if you want to develop the skill of speaking in front of the camera, then you want to create content in this format. And lastly, written word. If you're very skilled and you enjoy writing, then this is going to be the best way to create content. This could be done through blogs and through newsletters. So a lot of people consume content through blogs still, and newsletters are also a big way that people consume content. So definitely not a bad way to create content for your audience. Now we're going to dive into the 5 content pillars. Now, every piece of content that you come across through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they're all going to be pertaining to one of these 5 content pillars. The first one is educational. So educational content is going to be anything that spreads knowledge regarding a subject. So if you're in the fitness industry, you're going to be teaching someone to perform a specific exercise or how to create a specific recipe for a meal that's low in calories or something. So that's more of an instructional and educational how-to step-by-step type of video or content. Next, you have inspirational content. So that's going to be content that inspires and motivates your audience to take action. Very good way, and a lot of content is being created now using this style. Next, you have lifestyle. So lifestyle is going to be content regarding your hobbies, your interests, and what you do on a day-to-day basis. Then you have promotional content. So promotional content is going to be content that promotes your product or service. It can also be promoting your other content on your other social media platforms. And lastly, you have entertainment. This is going to be your eye-catching and emotionally driven content, and it could be either sad or sentimental, something that really connects with your audience emotionally. An example could be memes. Can make your audience laugh or smile, whatever it is. So now that you know the 5 content pillars, we're going to dive into how to distribute between those 5 content pillars. So often a lot of creators and influencers make the mistake of focusing on promoting. They always want to promote their product or service, and that's a big no-no in social media. You always want to give value first, keeping the promoting to an 80-20 which is 80% value driven content and then 20% promoting. That's what you want to stick to. And that goes for any industry or any niche. But the main way you want to distribute your content between the 5 content pillars is depending on your brand and your personal message. If, for example, you're a motivational speaker, you're going to want to focus on the inspirational content pillar because you're inspiring and motivating your audience to take action. And another example, if you're a comedian, let's say, then you're going to want to focus on the entertainment content pillar because you're making people laugh, you're stimulating that emotional connection with your audience. And lastly, we want to focus on the forms of content that you can start creating. First, you have long form content, short form content, stories, and posts. So long form content is going to be your videos that are anywhere from 3 minutes to an hour plus long. It could be podcasts, vlogs, instructional videos, educational videos. Next, you have short form content, which is going to be your Instagram and Facebook Reels and your YouTube Shorts. As of right now, we don't know if they're going to be creating other types of short form content for other platforms, but as of right now, that's what we have. And this is going to be content that ranges from 3 seconds to 60 seconds long. And next you have stories. So stories could be images or it can be videos. Not very long videos, but short videos. Stories is a very underrated form of creating content. Stories allows you to really engage and connect with your audience. This is where the lifestyle content pillar takes into play. Stories is a very good way to start implementing the lifestyle content pillar. Start recording and taking pictures of what you do on a day-to-day basis, what your hobbies are, what your interests are, do polls, Q&As, ask a question to your audience. Really start dissecting what your audience wants to know about you. So that's something that you really want to dive into to start building your brand and your audience. And also you have posts. Posts are definitely beneficial. They don't reach as many people, but they can be very beneficial to your branding. And posts are going to be your still images and your carousel posts. So I hope that helps. Now you know a little more on what type of contents are out there and what you can start creating now. If you want more information, there's a playbook down in the description. You can take a look at it. We'll send it over to you. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe.